Today, I'll be explaining the physics concept of torque. So, what is torque? Well, torque is a force that tends to cause rotation. So, basically, it's a force applied that causes rotation. Now, what's the formula for torque? Well, torque actually has two formulas. The first formula, which is actually more common, is tau is equal to Fr sine theta, where tau is the torque, F is the force, R is the radius, and theta is the angle between F and the lever arm. And now I've made a diagram over here and actually shows like what each of these values are. Well, F is the force itself that's applied on the lever arm. Theta is the angle between F and the lever arm. And R, it's simply the distance between where the force is applied and the turning point of the lever arm. Now, this second formula, it's a bit more uncommon, but it might appear in your exams. So tau is equal to I alpha, where tau is the torque, I is the moment of inertia, and alpha is the angular acceleration. And just be remember to use this formula if they give you the moment of inertia or the angular acceleration. And now I'll give you a simple practice question. So the practice question, this is the practice question, and now I want you to try and figure out the torque that's applied on the rod. And you can pause it right now if you want to try and solve it. Okay, so now I'm assuming that you solved the question, so let's go through the solution. So we know that we have to use the formula tau is equal to Fr sine theta. As we can see, we've been given the force, the angle, and the radius. And we also know that the force applied is 40 newtons, as we can see in the diagram. The radius is 10 meters, as we can also see in the diagram. And theta is also 30 degrees, as we can see in the diagram. So now obviously we have all of these values, and we just need to plug it into the formula. So then if when we do that, we get that tau is equal to 40 times 10 times sine 30. And now all you have to do is just keep that in our calculator. And if we have done all of that correctly, then you should have gotten the answer as tau is equal to 200 Newton meters.